always the possibility of seeing other eruptions here there because of that factor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, again, that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
We just learn a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't know. What I do know, and I forgot to send that flyer, that thing for Jillian. I saw a picture on WhatsApp. If you see how much volcanoes in the Caribbean, partners,
Really?
along the Caribbean chain, and a set of them named Soufrière. We have Soufrière in St. Vincent. We have Soufrière in St. Lucia. That's the one most people know. Soufrière in St. Lucia. Montserrat have a Soufrière. At about 5 or 6 of them, Soufrière. I say, well, okay.
Somebody Soufrière.
Dominica alone have 8 volcanoes.
What's the name of our volcano?
The Paro Mud volcano.
The mud. The name of our mud. Where's the name of that?
Hot mud.
There's just mud.
I know the area. Yeah, I know the area is
Devil's
Wood Yard. Devil's Wood Yard.
Devil's Wood
That's the area, but that's the volcano itself.
That's not what's this? Where it called?
Yeah, the mud. Okay.
Yeah,
no, but that's the area, not the volcano name itself. Okay, all right.
Hindustan is the area and
Devil's Wood Yard. Yeah, I know about that one. And we had an eruption.
We could have a
couple years back. And
we could survive a good mud.
They see the hot mud coming and mash up people's house and school all kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think I would rather mud come in your house than lava.
Yeah, boy.
You understand? I mean, both of them have still hills and stuff, but I would rather mud.
Yeah.
Because nothing stopping lava when I start to roll down. Yeah, boy. Start to roll down the hill. You understand? And as they say, when a neighbor house on fire, you know,
and that's serious.
You're trying to wet you up, but in this case, you had to wet theirs. You understand?
Well, so they say we expecting some ashfall here, you know.
You getting?
Yeah?
I know Barbados.
Not bad, not as bad, of course.
But I'm telling you that Barbados would have been affected slightly.
Boy, I see some videos, man, because I have some connections with Barbados.
Yeah.
You swear it's there, the volcano?
Yeah, I had a friend actually message me over the weekend, and she told me, I want to say good evening to all my friends in Barbados. We neighbors in Barbados. Good evening to you all. St. Lucia, you understand?
Yeah, boy.
That's been the neighbor, the brother's keeper, and to our friends right there in the heart of the action in St. Vincent.
Yeah, boy.
Our prayers are with you, and we ain't just talking a talk. As you can see, we're doing something about it. Yeah, you understand? We ain't talking inside here, inside of a Dub Dub. We're making sure and bless up the people and them. One bottle to go a long way. Trust me. It's heat across there now. Heat and ash. Yeah, everything great. I say, a man post a video, says snow. Yeah,
boy.
St. Vincent.
Why the people come out Winter Wonderland music or kind of thing?
I say, you guess snow, you will miss them outside there talking like that. He says, look at this, snow. I said, I'm not Snow King.
People is something else.
That is ash we're talking about. I was laughing like this, but you know, again.
They see, they came upon a man, some fella in the house, that tall house. But say, he ain't going nowhere, he passed through this already. So he ain't go. Oh, my question is there. Right. I had to get a custom.
But the question is, you had any fatality at all? None recorded, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. You understand? So at least evacuations happen. People running to the rescue. I'm saying, I was told a ocean liner or one of them cruise liners came.
Several.
Several.
Well, what I found out through my contact in Barbados, when COVID hit first time, the number of cruise lines that was in Barbados.
Right.
From Caribbean Cruise Line, Princess thing, and whatever thing. And of course, the whole scenario, they couldn't go back because they're not allowed people to
locked down all over
all through. Yeah. So the Barbadian government, we had to big up the Barbadian government for this. Yeah. The Barbadian government allowed the people to use the port as home.
Right.
So they practically lived on the ship. And over time, who come out and do the tests and whatever,
they come off,
and they get a chance to fly back home and that kind of thing.
Right.
But the ships have been docked there since.
Right.
So when the whole thing happened, connections again with the Barbados government, because of how well they treat the people and what, was able to create some alliance with the ship owners
a rescue mission
to use the ship as a floating hotel, so to speak, to allow people to stay on it and that kind of thing. So big up to me, Prime Minister Mia Motley, Because no other government in the Caribbean, as far as I understand, did any such thing.
But they opened up the borders for, I think it was Barbados and St. Lucia. So was it St. Lucia or Antigua? One of these countries.
Could be St. Lucia, that's closer. Yeah, but, yeah.
So they for refuge for St. Vincent, citizens.
But the St. Lucia thing interesting because while Barbados being affected by the ash, they don't have a volcano.
Right.
St. Lucia Soufrière is bigger than St. Vincent.
Okay.
So if the chain that I talked about is real,
then
it's possible you
something.
And if that happens, with them people going now.
But in the science of 42 years ago, when they say they had a volcanic eruption, I probably have to research it some more. Was there one in St. Lucia?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
So we had to see how this thing
Yeah. As I say, I heard so. I don't know how true it is.
And these are, and these are things that, once in every generation, you kind of like have to experience it. Sadly.
Yeah.
It seems that way. You understand? But it's something that we have to, and for us that, because it's new, just like a pandemic, we've not experienced a pandemic ever in life.
Yeah,
before.
boy.
But it had pandemics before.
Yeah.
You understand? But to say we had a global pandemic.
Yeah, boy. See, a man just sneeze easy. Anthem!
Hey!
See, we get caught up in the thing nice that we talk about. Let me take the anthem.
Oh, the anthem?
The anthem.
He was very excited, boy. Hey, Eunice.
That is a standard Gael night.
Eunice,
you must take the general
sorry,
anthem.
Eunice. Bring in Eunice now. Let Eunice do she thing, please.
I hear Eunice name real calling up on radio.
On radio?
Yeah, with
nice.
NWAC. Calypso Queen, there some competition
Really?
coming. I hear Eunice real feet. She name real call up.
It's bad like that. Bring Eunice.
But bring the anthem. Let me take the anthem and we coming right back with the show.
Eunice.
Hey guys, so this is the actual recording, Culture Don't Close and Culture Don't Fall Out, written by Mr. Ronald Ford and sang by yours truly.
You never know when a comedian serious or joking. The country was shocked to see Harold Beerback crying. People thought he was filming a new TV episode. We cultural archives was heading in a dark hole. How we value the works of those who contribute. For my cultural expression, money can't substitute. The images will remain embedded on my mind. And for my culture, I'm reflecting all the time. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's a continuum between generations. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. That is how we just pass on tradition. To protect the archives of my people's expression. To save the soul of this great nation. Our people's culture keeps them strong and provides the stimulus to carry on. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. The will of my people make the bailiff pack up and run. If my dreamy Patsy was wrong and still walking, she would have the bailiff on their toes running. Just would have hit them licks in one of the episodes. Gonna send Rose would have ring she bell and give them blows. Thanks to the generosity of the people of TNT, they save the cultural works of my country. Basse Henville must be feeling so proud of we for protecting and saving Gael TV. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. For a few dollars you can't tell culture close up shop. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's Western TV, you want me cheer on to watch. What's wrong with seeing people on TV looking like me? You culturize my children with Bert and Ernie. Our people's culture can only be about money. TV brings a different energy. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall up. Philomena would have beat them with you bucket and mop.
Would be storing. Tyler's baby would have come bushy things in the kitchen. Sprang along would have give them a good tongue lashing. It's a serious lesson that the country learned. Your cultural archives must have a permanent home. By the evening they had to leave Guyana TV alone. The power of the people paid off the loan. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall down. Cultural assets could be rough. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall down. Tell them financiers never all we bluff. It's not easy to foreclose on a people's legacy, to trade their heritage for some small money. Cultural contributors must be turning in their grave as they tried to block the path that they paved. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall down. Monetizing cultural assets could be tough. Dang da dang da day, dang dang da da dang Kyle was the something ground of the great sprang along. Tony Hall, Christopher Led, and Wendell Etienne. So much room and stands as a platform to perform. How we cultural legacy would have carry on. We thank Errol Fabian for standing strong and reaching out in the time of need and desperation. Thanks to the people for their contribution to the Guyana TV on its way building back strong. Culture don't fall down. Guyana TV on its way back to the top. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall down. Culture could only summer, but it will never flop. From the Ganges and the Niles emerged chutney. Calypso evolved from the brutality of slavery. The Spanish influence carrying for all and we, and the English Privy Council is still with we. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Displacing the archives is a recipe for this unity. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Dang dang da da dang day. Hey hey, where you going with that? Culture don't fall out. You, hey, I pay the money. We pay with money.
The writings of Ronald Forbes, the beautiful voice of Eunice Peters.
Eunice Peter.
Yes. Well done, well done, well done.
You ever went to St. Vincent?
Yeah, I went to St. Vincent a few years ago. To
I like it. Big.
Nice place.
Yeah.
A little hot, but it's a nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Nice
it.
white
Really
sandy
like
beach on the, was that on the southern side? Was that? I know it's north-south kind of thing. When
Well,
it
look
comes
at
to
you
St.
saying
Vincent.
nice white sandy beach. Where I went, it had black.
Black
It's the
sand.
first time I saw black. It's like how this thing.
black sand.
The whole, I said, what the hell? A whole stretch of beach by partner black. Of course, from the volcano.
Yes, of
Close
course.
by the volcano. But that was
I didn't,
amazing.
yeah, again, I was there and didn't know about the volcano. And
Yeah.
I kind of, thinking regretfully,
Yeah.
how nobody didn't take me up to, like, at least close to the
I actually missed it. Some of my contingent went. And when they found the man, they met him, a Rasta man was actually living inside the crater, built a house inside the crater. But that time was just all vegetation. It was literally closed up, shut up. So everybody felt safe. Man gone inside there and built a house.
Sad.
Yeah, boy, to see all this happening. So I wanted to find out what happened. Okay, I ain't hear nothing about that. I don't know if after all this time, if you were still there.
I think from the first
he
boom, you done
moved.
run. I done run, right?
No, I mean, from the time we went
to now.
to current,
What
whether he
happened?
still was living there,
If he alive
or if he,
still,
yeah, or if he
you
had
don't know.
moved or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, but of all the disasters, one of the disasters, your natural disasters, you don't really want to deal with sometimes. And I don't think any disaster is something you want to deal with. No, don't even categorize them.
Yeah.
Because a hurricane, earthquake, you see what happened to Haiti, you understand? Hurricane mash up, Gilbert mash up Jamaica, Grenada. Listen, I remember when I was working in insurance, and I think it was Ivan that rocked Grenada. Was it Ivan? Yes.
Yeah.
And the insurance company had to go across within the week and start issuing checks one time to help for claims. And it wasn't even a matter of going and see what was the damage. People come there, the policy it enforce, write the check, full amount.
Wow.
Whatever the amount is, full amount. Just give claims. Pay claims. And I think it was really noble of the company understanding the situation. It rescued a lot of people. I mean, saved a lot of people's homes. And that's one of the reasons why I tell people sometimes, you know, you have a home, you're fully paid for, you ain't paying no rent, whatever the case may be. Insure your house.
Yeah, boy.
Insure your items. Do some, I would tell you that, do some home insurance for disaster and stuff. Insure your space. And you know, so you could get it replaced if something was to happen. It's not hard, you know. Just do it. You understand? You have an election, do a little something. If you're doing a business, insure your space too.
Yeah, definitely.
Insure your items. Really important.
That's something to look at. Errol, right? We are
Insure your items.
Yeah, boy. Now that's serious.
Insure it.
Cool. Front. Let me see if you boy on time, as usual. Robert Dub Dub.
Hello, good night, Aaron.
Hey, TV mommy.
Happy birthday.
Who is that? Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, boy.
I appreciate. Thank you very, very, very much.
Right. How it was? Good.
It was beautiful, wonderful stuff. Thanks for asking, Errol. Errol can't stand the losses. George is a madman. You know,
Hey, bye-bye.
Nikki, we all had a ball. We had a ball.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. I will tell you what, that Saturday night birthday bash was phenomenal. I want to say thanks to everyone who attended, probably people who actually looked online as well. I want to say thanks to Sunlight and All Access for being there. You understand? Listen, I think without a doubt was a beautiful evening. And the players and all actually were really glad that they could spend some time together and play together. George actually highlighted it's been a minute since he played with his friends on stage.
That was nice.
Listen, it was fun.
Nice.
I looked across the stage and I felt good seeing us all having fun on stage.
Yeah.
Really a good feeling.
What's the price of your ticket?
Huh?
What's the price of your ticket?
Online or?
No.
200. 200.
Well worth it.
Yeah, well worth it.
More than worth it. Trust me.
So,
Trust me.
To see. So and George encouraged me, say, you can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, boy.
So we had to do it again.
Yeah.
Again, I have some ideas.
Hopefully, it will be a bigger venue.
Yeah, and then I have some ideas swimming in my head as to how to work it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that for a start, it was a really good start, and it could only get better. So
I like how you kept the audience part of it, literally.
Yeah, that was important.
Part of it, getting them involved in the games. And all that kind of,
I don't imagine Eric can pull you inside there to do something. If I could have done that, I know. But trust me, if we could have done that,
trust me, I'd come.
I would have won that.
I'd come.
If that character could have swing that way and come back to the
I'd come.
I would have want you to be
involved. Partner Jack.
When I told Peter Kelly, I said, Peter, you gotta let everybody know it's an all-inclusive room.
Yeah, boy.
Everybody and everything going inside here. So, I mean, I was really, really thankful to Uncle Errol for being there and Nikki, George, Saint, Bernard, Harry, Jeffrey, Son, the rookie, Lawan, the rookie. For being a part of it. So, you know, and it was a Baby Lee, the maestro.
Yeah, boy.
Can't forget a Baby Lee and Peter Kelly. So it was
some nice extempo.
Yeah, listen. It was a really good 44th birthday for me. By no stretch of the imagination, I'm really thankful to God for, placing me in this space among these minds and these hearts, because, I mean, you all have a heart for what you do. You understand? Eric have a heart for what he does.
And we love what we do.
So when you're around people with heart, you can't help but have heart for what you do as well. You have good example around you to glean from. So it was real fun.
So big up Cafe Blue.
Cafe Blue, Uncle
Carl Jacobs, Carl and Carol Jacobs,
Always
Marcus Sammy,
willing
songman.
Always willing to give them.
Making sure we had nice song
the
coming
DJ
through all the
selector.
time. Yeah, boy.
Selector JR.
Yeah.
You understand? Kern Tyson. All I didn't
Yeah,
know.
boy.
But Kern was the judge earlier. Kern Tyson was the
They managed
judge.
that.
Yeah. And trust me, we had a blast on Saturday evening. So looking out for more things will happen again. Looking out for much more to come. So don't worry on yourself. Get inside it soon. We get inside it soon enough.
Yeah, man. I want to say hello to the people locked on.
Who's locked on?
Both. We have Fiona Alvarez, my darling cousin.
Fiona.
On YouTube. The YouTube posse now started coming because the thing went down a little late.
We have semi-link.
Oh, God, yeah. And then we have some people on Facebook watching. A man put a comment there before. Oh, let's see if I find it.
We say?
Just so. It's Errol who covered that stupid.
How to be Errol?
JB Harper says, I prefer to have a volcano on an island than a red woman. What do people have in red woman?
I have no idea.
As all kind of different meat.
I know they're fiery, no. Red woman fiery, no. That different type of
Jesus,
volcanic
Jesus.
eruption when it comes to red woman. But
God.
I tend to not, I really try not to go in
Lord.
that space and encourage such behavior.
Yeah,
Willie,
boy, guys are
we're going
different
to
kind of
hear from you, Willie. Will you help me sleepwalk, I know you like to give people a little chance to come in first and think. But it's about time you touch base. Like you're feeding the dog. I see you sent a message the other day.
What is that word?
Is it a message the other day where you was talking about the crime situation and the deterrent for gang?
Gang
Did
thing?
you started to, I saw a discussion that you posted.
Gang thing. Actually, I heard that on radio.
What it was?
Was a discussion on radio, and the question was whether more stringent laws will be a deterrent for the youths where gangs are concerned.
More stringent laws are deterrent for
Yeah, for the youths getting into gangs.
gang membership.
Whether,
Deterrent for gang membership.
Yeah. Whether more stringent laws will have that effect.
I think that's a self-explanatory. That in itself.
Well, you might say so, but let me
Tell
hear.
me.
Yeah.
That says a lot. Because you can't stop gangs, really.
Right. Right, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And for a lot of different reasons. One main reason is how do you now become, if on a policy side, on a policy level, from that policy standpoint, how do you influence the youths? That is where it's at, Gang to me is the influence. My son could sit down home by me and do see me walking around with no big set of gold chain and gold ring and band, best sneakers. But he see the neighborhood leader walking out, driving out in the best ride, take gold chain, ring, wherever the case may be. While they're playing football in the street, gang leader pass, knock a little ball, leave them a little something to drink, leave a little something to eat.
Yeah.
You like how my son playing football, yeah, big star. I like thing. Go on the court and play football and you score 2 goals, you hold that $200-300 for scoring and winning. Because them on the other side, on the outside, they betting. But he's a gang leader and he have cash like that. The influence start. See how subtly influence start there.
I want to use a next same thing, but the word that somebody used, which I actually prefer in this context, is that it is attractive.
Yes.
So the question was then, how do you now make it unattractive?
Right.
Because that's where the appeal is.
Right.
Yeah, boy. Ooh, look at that man
Yeah.
looking at boy.
That's right.
Ooh,
We doing,
they-
and it always is a
It's
small
attractive.
thing to start. When
Yeah.
I was like you,
Yeah.
this what I do, and all you had to do is this.
Yeah.
And trust me, nobody ain't touching you. Now, there's the level I want to take it at. There's the problem that we have. And this is what I say, and this is what I want to tell them outside.
Yeah, bring it.
Stop making friends with the gangs.
When,
Stop
when you finish.
partnering.
When you finish.
Stop partnering with them.
Yeah.
Because when as a gang leader, me as a gang leader, I know you're a police. But I know you're a crooked police. I have you in my bag. You on my payroll. So if I want that youngster to do you do, I could tell you, boy, don't worry them. You do your thing. I go deal with that. And then he realized, I have the power. So wherever you come to do, he know. You have no say. You have no effect. You have nothing to do. So he now know that I am more power than the police. So because the police is under my payroll. And it goes all the way upstairs then, and people know that. It go higher than just the police. And there's no idle talk. So for at the end of the day, what you expect to happen?
Yeah.
He go see me as the power structure in the community. And his allegiance now is going to come to me.
Well, you remember when this term was first coined?
Yeah, community leader.
Boy, I get so
what
upset
manner of madness
when I hear that.
this? Well, I was like,
I said,
how
nah,
could
man.
you? And that
Nah,
to
man.
me is where the friendship was.
Correct.
I know who come with the concept of trying to befriend them, but to me, that's where the bacchanal would have started.
Yeah.
You need to draw the line in the sand.
And the thing about it is, while you may not have, and I say may, while you may not have concrete evidence where you could pull in a man for a murder
Right.
or for this
Right.
or that. For all intents and purposes, you have information that suggests
You would have information.
that them is the guys.
Yes.
But you can't call them gang leader
Right.
because that have a certain political connotation. So what you come up with? Community leader.
No.
Nah, man.
Call
Nah,
it,
nah, nah.
call
But-
a spade a spade.
But the first time I hear that, I said, nah, that's
me
it.
too.
We go on clear, we go on clear.
I remember I was like, there was a lot of bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
A real
Nah,
bad
wrong
taste.
name, man, wrong name.
And I'm like, I'll tell you something. I always talk about this.
Yeah.
You remember this guy that died, that got killed, mafia style? Sandman. In the middle of the night. And when I hear about that mafia style, I like, and there's something you read out of books, partner. There's not out of movies, sorry.
Yeah.
John Wick type movies. You're talking about real action movies.
Yeah.
I remember, I never see the fella face they call Sandman. Never see his face. But I stay in my community in Arima and hearing about the man they call Sandman live in Lafayette or Last Weaver.
Yeah, yeah.
So I am like, if I could hear about he in this regard, what is the police who is next door to the situation doing about that? Is that a funny question?
Yeah.
How is it you so infamous partner? Do you understand? The notorious. At the end of the day, your name in certain areas ringing out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And untouchable.
Yeah.
Something up with that for me.
Yeah.
And that's not the concern. You know, in certain societies, I'll pull from the Western society in a sense, right? Let's just see in America. It have men, and they watch all these Elliot Ness stories and these kind of stuff. These men was devoted
Yep.
to bringing down crime bosses. And it's not even a matter of busting the door and shooting a man down. I talking about they were devoted to finding a way to bringing you
Yeah.
down and the empire. And I asked myself the question, do we have such devoted men who would pinpoint, you see, are going to find a way to bring this criminal down. Unless he interfere with your family or your personal, you understand? Nobody devoted. There's this movie, not this movie, sorry, our next documentary, a documentary, a show that shows, and I always talk about it. The first 48. The first 48.
I don't know what I only seen the name.
Listen, the first 48 is such an interesting concept that they say once a crime is committed, you have 48 hours to catch a lead before the case goes cold. And this is, listen, it could be any kind of crime, any kind of shooting or killing, gang related or not. The mission is on to catch a lead and bring the would-be criminals to justice. Do you understand? And it's interesting that these guys would devote that next first 48. You're not seeing them going home to sleep 8 hours and come back. You're not seeing them to go home and sleep and come back to catch a shift. In that first 48, them grinding that out. Get a call, they rushing to here, I get a lead, I hear somebody say they see something, somebody want to talk on that low, ting. So my point is, when it comes to these same elements, when the question they raise in terms of gang membership, it will not be a deterrent if everybody have a kind of slack or a free hand when it comes to this thing. If I know when I commit a crime, Eric going and find out something in 48 hours, I go think twice. That will help me think twice.
Not only that. I tell people, in countries where your countries, for instance, if a man get caught stealing the chop of your hand,
yes,
and people still thieving,
right?
It is stopping them. People still thieving.
No, but they're thief, but they know the consequences. And
no, but that's my point. It is stopping them. It is stopping thieving from happening.
But would it not necessarily be at a lower rate?
It may.
Well,
the thing is, there will always be that.
But in mentality.
But in a general sense.
About the rape and thing, again, executed publicly.
When they hung the old Shady and them fellas,
right?
We didn't really have a slowdown.
No, well, I think there was a mission. That was like an Elliot-ness kind of something happening. They were doing Shady.
You bring back hanging.
Yeah. That to me was a thing. Rubber Dub Dub.
Hello, good afternoon, Carl.
Hey, I'm Blacks.
How much money have you in your pocket? $2?
Oh, you just come in.
Why you ask
I want
that?
to get 5 blue note to stop crime. Remember, $2 and no power. 5 blue note and have more power. Right?
Yes.
So enjoy that, and you know what's going on.
I hear what
We
you
shall
say.
not go get the man outside. I want your 1,000, you can get. You might get 50. So the government will come by you. Right?
Yes, man. Money talks the same.
Money talk, bullshit walk.
Yeah. That's what's going on in this country. Thank by Blacks. Yeah. And where you have countries where even so, let's see what's on tonight. Rubber Dub Dub. Hey, Dr. Willie himself.
What happened, boy? What happened to my next partner? I ain't seen him.
Ah, boy,
Say he grounded right now. He grounded.
All right. Hey, Eric, that statement you make just now, the way it have places where when you thief, you're being flogged and all of that kind of thing, and it's still a thieving.
Yeah.
That ain't so true, you know.
What you say?
That ain't so true, you know. I could call one place for you.
Go ahead.
Saudi Arabia. You do have no thief in there. You do have no thief in there, brother.
I hear you. I have different information, but I hear you.
But why give you it first hand?
Yeah.
Listen, apart from that too, when you're going in the people's country, on your declaration form,
Yeah.
to the top of it,
Yeah.
in red, in bold, importation of drugs and other something substances is punishable by death.
Yeah.
So when you reach the partner, you subject to them law. If you don't
Of
want
course.
that, don't come in my country.
Of course.
And in the hand, when you reach the about human rights and this law for this one. I don't have that.
Well, let me give you one. I don't know if you remember this one. A few years back, this young boy was supposed to get a cane in China, and he was the son of some dignitary or some big person, and the U.S., the president, ended up getting in that fray, trying to beg for him. And they said, no. He committed crime here. He is subject to all laws here.
But that is how they operate there, brother.
Yeah.
These people, the law is the law. It have no thing when the people, you're still getting flog and all kind of thing across there.
Yeah.
You understand? So, I know from first-hand experience right now.
Yeah.
Right. The other thing now, Alan,
Doctor.
you was talking about the crime and all kind of thing and how come we are bringing down nobody here. You never observe that as the police and them do something down here, everybody see.
Yeah.
But when somebody get killed, nobody can see.
Yeah. When the criminals do the crime,
Nobody knows.
everybody turn their head.
Understand?
They turn their
Everybody
back,
have a problem when
They was busy.
And then if something happened to them, all the police wicked and all kind of thing. As something happen, who's the they call him?
And that's something that we need to, and that's something that needs to adjust drastically. If that don't change, you'll always be. I watched the last thing with the Cedros guy, the guy in Cedros. And I'm watching, man, the police officer face. I say, he look like a recruit.
Yeah.
He going and snitch just now. You see that video?
No, he was under pressure.
So
He was under mental
it has
pressure.
things that sometimes shake my head, you know. I just shake my head.
But Willie, more than anything else, we, the God-fearing, tax-paying, upright citizens, need to speak out against the nonsense these our neighbors will do when police doing their work.
You see, really?
Yeah, but here what happening.
Go ahead.
You have to understand something. We had accepted a culture here because I don't say, and I'm afraid to say it on TV. The last police commissioner that was there, I believe he's supposed to give back the government nearly all the money because he wasn't doing nothing. He was a useless, toothless bulldog. Now we have a police commissioner that is trying and getting things done. It will not change overnight.
No.
Yeah.
But if you look at the rating now of the police service in terms of people having confidence in the police service, it is not where we in the high 80s and things, but it is moving. It is about 50-something.
Yeah.
Which in my book, from since man come, he make 3 years yet, and look at the amount of things the present police commissioner put in place.
Accomplish, yeah.
The other one, the only time you see he outside of the office is Carnival Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, he walking down
Correct.
Broadway.
But remember too, Willie,
Yeah.
he was in Hollywood.
Oh, I'm not buying that.
He was
in Hollywood, but you're
he
getting
was
the pay.
acting.
You're getting the Hollywood, and you don't want to do the work. Don't take the acting position.
Correct.
But
I agree with that.
acting in the position,
Yeah.
I expect to perform. This one, it may have things we may not like. However, the man is at the forefront.
Yeah.
He's leading his troops, and you watching all them raid everything the man there. You understand? So it will have things people wouldn't like about him. But man, what? Come, my boss always used to tell me that. Anytime you in charge of an area, and you see everybody like you, something wrong.
Yeah.
You ain't doing a good job because everybody is supposed to like you. Right? And I believe that right now, this present commissioner, he is trying his best. He's making some dent. He's mashing certain people's corns. And it may have some things may not be right. We will get that.
Yeah.
But he's doing a better job than the last one that was there. I'll go on with that.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool, man, Willie.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
See, you were trying to call your name, boy. I know that. No?
Yeah.
Jesus. Rubber dub dub.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Eric,
Uh-huh.
what's happening, brother?
Cool there? Yeah.
Ah,
Hi. You
I
see?
jump on tonight.
Nice, man.
Yeah, so here what happened, right? Just two corrections here.
Uh-huh.
The caning was in Singapore.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, that was Singapore.
Yeah.
And he gave 15 strokes with the rattan cane.
Yes.
Some flesh fly off, and he went back to America. He'd never going back to Singapore again.
Right.
Right?
Thank you.
But and the other thing, the discussion I was talking about was the Joint Select Committee of Parliament dealing with crime, and they had people appearing before them, vision, right? And one of the people was the former prison commissioner, and other people like Gard Sinclair and so on.
Yeah.
And one of the things that was being asked by one of the members, which was Mr. Scotland, the attorney,
Yeah.
was if the drastic laws that are in place now are making a difference. And what you see, the problem here, right, is that we do have interconnectedness in the services to help people.
Yeah.
So we have a template already, because remember what happened to under a former regime, the youth camps and them was closed down, yeah? And the youth camps and them all over the place were a big they put a big dent in idleness around the place.
Yeah.
Gave people life skills.
Yes.
And also you had coming out of them youth camps a cadre of tradesmen and tradeswomen.
Correct.
Right? You had your carpenters, your seamsters, your joiners,
Yeah.
your welders and so on. Fast forward now. So now we have HYPE, the Civilian Conservation Corps. We established my lot and my part. But you know what we had to do? We don't link the thing together. So therefore, if you have youth who challenge because of not being able to cope with the secondary school system or school as a whole, we just throw them away. What we had to do is link everything together: student support services and all these things. The new ministry headed by Mr. Hines, which appear to be working in silence. But what we had to do is link all these things together. So somebody who might have a military inclination, you hive them people off the my lot, my part.
Yeah.
Who want to do the skills thing, you send them to Serval and Civilian Conservation Corps.
Yeah.
But here we're going on too. We had to tie this thing into national service, right? Because what we want to do is try and build the country and give people an appreciation for why they had to build this place. If you ask the average youth man on the block, what Trinidad and Tobago represent for you, they say nothing, I just live in here. And you had to tie it into so you go get a generational thing in terms of people forward thinking.
Yeah.
Because the fellow who is 20 now, in 20 years he's 40, you know, he will be a family man. And the reason why you want that interconnectedness is to let them know is a legacy. And the legacy, the thing is keeping Trinidad and Tobago alive. And if you only fuel crime or that kind of lifestyle like what I was discussing just now, what we will have? We will have nobody here. This place go back to the animals as when it was first discovered by Europeans.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to avoid. So if we had the experiment called independence from 1962 to now, there had to be a legacy. It's 58 years, but we want to go to more years than it have now. You understand? And that's what I think bureaucracy missing. Officialdom, that is what they're missing. The you have to come down to them people level and ask them, hey, what do you really want?
Yeah.
Talk to me. You know, we just can't come and say, well, all right, this is the policy, and we roll it out. They must be involved. And you had to listen to them people. Because you know what I'm saying, eh? They just mean.
Yeah.
If you're having a ministry of youth, somebody who is 60-something years can't head that ministry.
Correct.
When you have
Agreed.
somebody like the member for Mova, Mr. Self-Mode. Rastafella too. You remember?
I know you're
Parliament
talking
of
about.
the-
No, not Heinz. An
Is
next
that the
fella.
one local?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name right now. Tall,
Right.
Rastafella, not Heinz. an next guy.
You need somebody that they can identify with.
Yeah.
I'm knocking Mr. Hines. He do it time. If you're talking about the youth
From
and
over
wanting
side,
to
from
attract
over?
people,
Yeah, but not Heinz.
then we
And
them
Leon's,
things,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then here I was saying too, somebody who should be linked to that is the Minister of Sport.
Correct.
Ms. Kojo.
Correct.
She's a young person.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying, right? I saw last year, they would have a program called 40 Under 40, where they would have put in people like Hans Devines and so on. You bring on these people and you get them to tell the youth, hey, all you have to be invested in something.
Yeah.
And if you're invested in something, you could build yourself. That is all. And I'm telling you, if you keep interacting with these people, sports personalities of the past and people who they can relate to, you will see the attraction of the so-called gang leaders. I call them I call them the so-called gang leaders will lessen and lessen because you will create a counter-culture to that.
Correct.
You
Shift
understand
the
what I'm saying?
attraction.
But it could be done. It could be done. But we just have to be interconnected. We must have that. And it must be a continuing process, you know? Let me say, in 5 years' time, the government change. Somebody will come and say, well, we want to reinvent the wheel. If it was working, let it continue. That's the problem we just have to.
True.
We don't want no continuity in programs.
So true. So true.
All right, brother.
Hey,
Brother.
thanks,
Thanks so
man.
much.
Good info.
Good social
But just-
program, right?
Yeah, I want to add a couple of things. One of the people who called in on the program, the TV that I was listening to, Shabadi,
Right.
called in. And he made a very solid point. You're talking about finding things to deter the youth from getting into gangs. We have 114 police youth clubs that doing all kind of stuff. You're not even hearing about that on a national level.
Yeah. Okay.
Right there you have a solution.
Yeah.
Police youth clubs, 114 police youth clubs.
But they used to have something. There was once a youth club, police youth club conference or forum. Was a sports day or something.
But every now and then they do have it. They have international ones and all.
Right.
The point is, you have this public, well, not public, because he said it was a joint select committee. You're looking for a solution. You have something that has been in existence and working for years, but you're not even entertaining that in part of your discussion.
Right.
You have a solution.
As part of the plan
You
against
understand?
with
Yeah,
gang.
you have something
because
there
you're talking about preteens being a
This
part of
one-
gangs as well.
I know real
I
people who come to
remember
youth camp, you know.
I remember having a discussion with a teacher in a rural area, and she was highlighting that the child that she talking about in class is about between 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. No, they had to hold them back in school, so they didn't really advance into secondary school. So what we would have called post-primary then, they don't have it anymore. They pull them back, so they repeat.
Yeah.
And this fella was like 12 or 13 years in her class. And they were having a discussion, and one person make some kind of small joke about gun. And that young fella, he tell the fella, hush him out now, boy, because this fella making a joke. But the joke was selling out what he does do. And it was gun related. It was gang and gun related. And she pull him in a small talk now to figure out what is going on, what you think. And when he's saying this thing, so he tried to duck the talk, trying to break some saying it. However, he had to end up confessing somewhat. But she had to find out from every gang the fella involved in.
Yeah.
And we're talking about at the age of 12 years old, 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
You understand? How do you now swing that pendulum in a different direction? How do you push them in a different direction now? You understand what I'm saying? And having the right programs and putting them in the programs. And as a deterrent, because we're saying if we would deter gang, how do we make it uninteresting?
That's the thing. That's the key.
Unattractive.
That's the key.
How do you do it? How do we now make
Because things
the
are already
police youth club attractive?
Yeah.
You understand? And if we really put the mind state, we put all our minds to how the community could actually get involved in making the police youth club a filter, a filtration, something. Because I believe children will do what is expected of them to do. Meaning, I believe that if you put an expectation in the child, you don't have the child just wondering about it. We ought to put expectations in the children. You understand? And sometimes these programs would help do that. So for instance, if I'm aware that there's a police youth club in my area, I would say, listen, every Saturday I want you to go to this police youth club.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We could do that. Instead, what happens? You want to go to the police youth club? I want to go. All right, but you don't want to go, you don't want to go.
Yeah.
That is it. I remember times in Sunday, remember a long time that Sunday school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You was expected to go.
You had to go
You had
Sunday
to go.
school.
Yeah.
The neighborhood Sunday school is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Irma. You go, Miss Irma have Sunday
Not
school
only Sunday school.
Yeah.
Somebody in the neighborhood have a Thanksgiving. You have
You have to go. So
You
there
have
was
to
an
go to-
expectation
Yeah, you have
to
to go
be
to-
there.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And you pick up your Georgie bundle, head down the road.
Yeah, go down,
but
go down.
we don't put these expectations on them that is for and this to be a part of this program that will help, because the program will help. I ain't saying that it will answer all the questions, but it helps.
It will help, exactly. We still
Because
have,
like
we still
I
have
s-
scout.
Do we have
Scout
Boy
and
Scouts?
Game
Is that minute we hear
Scout,
about that?
Girl Guides, cadets.
These are the things that would guide the children, is a help.
Yeah.
This part of the whole, let's see, this is Totola. Hello.
Dub Dub.
Dub Dub Dub.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hi.
You're inside. Rubber Dub Dub.
Yes, I'm watching Robert Dub Dub. I'm watching the show with Eric. Mr. Alvarez.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Uh-huh.
Yes. And I just wanted to commend him on what he is doing and what the show is about.
Thank you.
And you know, he I haven't seen him for years, but we went to school together, and I just want to commend him on the show, and all the comments that's being made is you guys are hitting it on the head.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Yes, you guys are hitting the nail on the head.
Where are you calling from?
I'm in Toronto. I reside in Toronto.
Oh,
and I'm from
fantastic.
Arena.
That's awesome. Thanks for calling Toronto. Toronto's in the house.
What Toronto, what you said, we went to school together?
Yes, I went to school with Eric together in San Grandy Junior Sec. I'm from Wallerfield. Eric, I'm from Wallerfield. I got base boy too.
You don't want to give your name?
My name?
Yeah.
My name is Ben Adams.
Ben Adams.
Ben Adams, you said?
Benedict Adams. I went to San Grandy Junior Sec with Eric.
Okay, but...
Benedict Adams. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, schoolmate?
Yeah, I know.
Thanks for...
I know I know the whole family. I know this his sister, his elder brother, everybody. I know the whole family.
Yeah.
Yes, but no, I really appreciate what you guys saying, because something needs to be done better with the young, for the young people.
Yeah.
If not, we're gonna lose a lot more than what we already lost.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because of the gangs and crime.
Yeah.
Correct. You're correct. 100%.
Agreed. Hey, thanks, Ben.
Benedict
Thanks, man.
Adams from Toronto.
From Trinidad.
Well, in
I
Toronto.
know.
From Trinidad.
Yeah.
Wallerfield to be exact.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Schoolmate, man. I man, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling, man.
I have a thing I say.
Benedict Adams.
I often say this. The problem with the youth is the elders. It's not the youth. Them is not the problem. But the solution is not the elders. We actually had to target the youths to fix it. But they are not the problem.
Right.
Just as you're saying, we don't put expectation. We are the ones creating the problems for them, because we avoid giving them certain crucial information.
Right.
We avoid teaching them certain things. We teach them wrong things,
Right.
whether by verbal or by our actions and all that kind of stuff. We pass on.
We
create the problem.
Exactly. We avoid holding them responsible or giving the responsibility that they would hold
Yeah.
them to.
Yeah.
You understand?
Accountability.
Yeah, we have to make them accountable. So
Yeah.
how do we make them accountable?
We create the problems.
And simple thing, making up your bed,
Yeah.
clean your room. You understand? My son came by me and he cleaned the front yard some time ago. And I said, you know, this front yard, we clean this front yard with cutlass and hoe. And he laughing. And I said, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. He started laugh. I said, on a Saturday morning, Daddy will just leave the instruction, clean the front yard.
That's it.
And because we lazy or didn't know how to do the thing right, we take whole day. But by afternoon time, that front yard is clean. And he coming back home to with a clean front yard. Grass, all grass gone. Sometimes on Saturday morning, you want to go and play. But you had no play until the grass cut, until the yard clean, until the beds made, until the house clean. So we used to get up in the morning and know we have we want to play, clean first.
Yeah.
Clean, get everything in our gear. So when it's time to go out and hit the streets, nothing to, you understand?
Yeah.
Be accountable and you learn. You understand? Taking the initiative after. What about taking the initiative? My mother used to get, I remember growing up, my mother at one point in time took it to a different level. She said, don't wait to figure out who pants is on the thing. Pick it up if you're passing.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
She said, take the initiative. Because it's not yours, you go think, you walk over it, move it. It's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And she would get vexed. You understand? Hand go pelt. You understand? Do something about this.
Oh, God.
Don't just sit and then do nothing. And I have gone in spaces as a big man and would click and take the initiative time
Yeah.
after time and
Yeah.
do something. And when I track back, it's because of the little talk I get from my mother about learning to take the initiative. And that would take you further and carry you further places. It would take you higher.
You see it?
Yeah?
You see Alex?
But how? But how? It's what I get licks with. You ask if I used to get licks, it's what I get licks with. I tell you at time, I kid you not. My father had this one special leather belt.
Yeah.
Embroidery. Fella, an embroidery partner. And I hide that leather belt. 3 houses down in a block. Chuck it in a block. Listen, me don't know how the man find that belt back. I swear that was the hand that tore. You know like Thor, the show?
Yeah.
He do so whenever the hammer reach in the hand. That man like he do so on his belt. That man pull the belt and cut.
In my
I like
case,
how he find this belt?
in my case, we had choice. You go and bring something.
Yeah.
Go and cut a gopher whip. Go and bring a belt.
So you got somebody in chair. Let me see what
Yeah. So after you know, the thick one go hit hard.
Yeah.
The thinner one go sting.
Sting.
So I'm looking for one kind of in between.
It go break fast. Let me get one.
You know what? Cut your own gopher whip to get licks. But your licks sure.
What confronts that? Here's the question, right? I'm sorry to speak it this way, but what confronts that these parents went to notice send children for their own whip? How everybody doing the same thing? Like, how every parent back then did know? You know what you had to do?
No, hear the logic.
You know what you had to do? You had to send that child for that whip.
Yeah.
Cut a piece of
No, hear the logic. You responsible for your own penance.
Right.
Therefore, you could also be responsible for not getting penance.
Right.
So you do piece of shoppiness, no problem. You go and choose how you get punished. They stick it on you. So after a while, I started to think, no, I mean, yes, you grab something and hit me like one thing, but when you send me to go and choose the instrument of my device, you
I know a
understand?
lady take up pans, pot. She's from the kitchen
No.
and pelt. She son.
Nah, that wasn't even mother.
She just reach it and pelt pan. Kill.
Why things? Call, I'll take this one.
Rubber
Dub
dub
Dub.
dub. Willie.
Alan,
Doctor.
you know long time there was a saying that it takes a village to raise a child.
Correct.
So when you leave home and you going down the street, every elderly person was your parent, you know.
Correct?
Yes.
I remember that.
So you in order, because if you do something down the road, before you reach home,
That music,
your,
yeah.
your
Yeah.
parents don't know.
Yeah.
And if you get licked
experienced
down
that
the
several
road
times.
from Miss Jane, you taking your little cocktail and coming home and keep quiet because you can't tell your mother, Ma, Miss Jane beat me.
Yeah, you get more.
You, apart from more, you know what was the punchline? So Miss Jane mad. She'll just beat you just so.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good. That is one. Two. Ollie was just alluding to something there about the elderly people. Look at what is happening in Parliament.
Thank you.
Look at the Parliament. Look at the kind of behavior you just be seeing there.
Yeah.
You understand? Then on top of that, as a parent, you're lying to your children.
Yeah. True.
And you're telling your children things. Don't forget children stupid now. You know.
No.
They're very alert and they are aware. So the double standards.
Yeah.
That is what killing us.
And I
too.
will leave all you with one of the biggest problem that we have. That I ain't see they are addressing it in the proper way. Eric, you might know some about how to handle this, but I could give some advice. How many in jail could call outside?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Even if you're in remand.
I
If
hear
you're
them
remanded.
talking about the jammer and all kind of things. What signal you jamming?
Thanks, sir.
Huh?
Thanks, sir.
The phone still reaching in,
Thanks, sir.
and the message still getting out.
Hold on. What signal you jamming? Is it the telephone signal? Because no. Many using telephone to make no call again in jail. You know? Is once you have Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
is who a men calling on WhatsApp, IMO. It has so much different platform that men making call on. And when you make a call on these type of platforms, like IMO and WhatsApp, who could trace that?
Yeah.
Are you tracing that? For you to trace that, the Attorney General, have to send a letter to these people in the mini states, Google and all of them, who is the owner. And
Yeah.
then Google now have to, for Google to give you that, Google, you have the Attorney General in the states have to give
Had to
Google
sanction
a
that.
subpoena for you to get that. So
Had to
these
sanction
fellas and them know the trick, they know that platform. When you see a thing mark enter in encryption. You understand? So these fellas and them are using no call where you talking and man hearing you. So you have to look at what it is these fellas and them is using. Wi-Fi is the thing that you have to stop.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. Because remember with WhatsApp, it has video, so you see who you're talking to.
Yeah.
You know it's not no voice thing again. You're seeing, so when you know, hey, I spoke to you about this, and this is what I want done. You see, man, that how you in jail, and you posting up what you're eating and all kind of how that reaching out, how that reaching on how that getting post on Facebook and all of them things. So
Nice
Games.
living.
them is the
Games.
thing they have to deal with.
Yeah.
No, some
Yeah.
people-
Right.
Thanks, man, Willie. So my thing with that is the next big part of the game, because how a prisoner is able to make a WhatsApp phone call.
Right.
They have to have a phone.
Now again, and in some cases, it's not necessarily a prisoner. They in remand.
Well, when I say, all right, okay, no,
Well,
correction,
again,
correction.
Right. No, and
Yeah, yeah.
But how many? The question is, what is the rights of somebody who is just remanded? You understand? And under, you understand? Let's see who's on the line. Rubber Dub Dub.
Robert Dub, Alan, Eric, how you all doing?
Yeah, man,
Good,
good,
This
good.
is called to tell you there are two theories. I want to deal with William's question. what a jam is the signal. So what really happening is that if a signal coming into your phone, you can't get any Wi-Fi. So it's the signal that jams and prevent the phone from operating. The second thing too is that they had a form of networking, Alan.
Yeah.
That if in Moruga, they come up with a theory and say, hey, parents need to beat children with a broomstick. In no time at all, that reached through Rio Claro, Moruga, come through Princestown, and down to Point Fortin, you know.
Yeah.
They had a networking that they used to operate with.
All right.
Yeah.
The messages used to be sent out quick and sharp. So if you know that you do something wrong in Sando, and they find a theory of Maruga, bet your bottom the leg and licks this time, you know. Wonderful program, guys.
Thanks, man.
Locked on and listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
So here my problem with that the jamming scenario. Why do you need to be jamming signal? Hold on, hear my point.
Right.
Because if men and remand, I understand the remand argument, no problem. The reality is a lot of these issues not in remand. It's maximum security
Right.
and royal jail and all kind of thing. So my question is, okay, for a prisoner to be able to make a WhatsApp call, you have to have a phone.
Right.
Where you get that from?
How you getting the phone?
How we,
Who bringing the phone for you?
exactly.
And how you going to use that phone? You understand? At will like that.
So why should there be the need to be jamming
Blacks.
when you need to be?
Again.
Yeah.
What's the motto in school? Remember the motto in school?
Your school, but every school has a different motto.
Right. Good morning, good evening, sir, good afternoon, mom.
Right.
Right?
Right.
What do you do? Without saying that to your seniors, your girl licked
True.
in the wood and all.
True.
You know, you tell them, hey, Johnny, I want to see a boy, I want a cigarette. And the old man give the young boy the cigarette and thing. Right? So that makes the whole difference of Trinidad and Tobago right now. Have a good night, time, bye.
Thank you,
Thanks
man.
very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So you come to visit. I'm in prison. You come to visit me, family, friends, whatever. They're supposed to search you, etc.,
Right.
etc. If they find anything, they confiscate it. Things that still end up there. How it get in there? So maybe.
and you talk about maximum
Thank
security.
you. So maybe so I wonder how serious with this jamming thing that you're on games.
Yeah. What's the use? Why?
What about having random searches of the officers, their vehicles, their lockers, all that kind of stuff to make sure they're not involved because we know from history.
Hence the reason why I say from the very onset, you need to stop partner with the
Exactly.
criminal
Exactly.
elements.
It's games, it's
And
games,
we
it's
have
games.
fellas partnering
games.
from soldiers,
Yeah.
coast guards, prison officers, police officers, politicians.
Thank you. So
All of them.
when I hear at them levels, they're talking about dealing with crime and trying to find solutions. I just laugh because you on kicks. You're not serious.
Yeah.
You very not serious. Because
I
why
thought
would you
it's
even need
super sad.
to jam a signal in prison? What about if you beef up your whole security element in terms of how things come in, how things go? What about if you get a little more stringent with that?
Yeah, clean up that. Clear that out.
Clean that up.
Clean that up.
Because how do you think
They
coming in?
want to ensure that we don't.
Men actually sending
Yes.
video thing from in
Any
prison,
kind of chaos happening. You get it
You
live,
understand?
you get it as if you in the prison itself.
protesting.
Right.
How much are we in the cell?
Right.
I know they're cheating. We are.
Yeah.
Now, man,
Question
come
with-
on, man.
Yeah. I different my telephone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Dub Dub.
Yeah, good night.
Good
When
night.
do you sell nice soup again to build it now? They've been in blue soup now.
Say again?
Yeah, they've been in blue soup. So they're going on right now, eh?
Oh, blue soap.
Soup again, blue soup now. Nice.
Yeah, you understand? I mean,
We had to stop. We have to find out.
yeah.
And there's something that we all have to lobby for. We need to stop make friends with the elements that is creating wreaking havoc in our land. And like Uncle Errol was saying earlier on, I mean, because the question was asked us to say, much more stringent punishment
Yeah.
Or much more, what is harsher
Harsher.
penalties.
Yeah, but no, I'll get you right words for you.
Robert Dab.
Alan, you understand what I told you?
No, I was trying to understand what
No, but the blue soap is dollar note. $100.
like the blue soap.
Yeah.
You have to go in the jail now. So sunlight soap, the blue soap now.
Yeah. Yes, like the blue soap. Thanks. You're well known by blacks. You're well known.
You know, in prison, cigarette have more value than a paper dollar.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
You work.
Yep, cigarette have more value because people actually pay each other in cigarettes.
Well, I could understand that.
Yeah.
I could understand that.
You do a certain thing.
You don't really have much dollar, but the dollar don't really have much
Yeah,
value.
you can't do nothing.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like you have,
But when your family comes,
it's not a whole
depend on
$100 in the prison. And
yeah, no, they could make arrangement where your family pay thing or you pay,
Right.
right? But internally, cigarette is currency. You know? Yeah, but that prison officer explained that to me. I said, wow, boy, cigarette is
How much you have?
currency.
I'm half back.
Yeah, half pack or
You're
2 pack.
rich.
A pack, 2 cigarette.
Yeah, you're rich.
They have value. So people know when they do certain things, how much cigarette it would. Yeah. And all that. I say, wow, boy.
It's strange, eh?
Yeah.
You live your life free out here. Commit one little act. And then you have to go in that space where people that tell you how to live now.
Yeah, but I mean, able to that.
Nah,
I ain't able to that.
I'm sorry.
But seriously, come back to the thing. These people are beyond games.
We
They're not serious. I just wonder if they're serious. And if you're really serious,
they don't talk that type of, you can't talk that kind of thing. You have to walk a different action. You have to walk a different road. You have to walk it. You understand? Don't talk it, walk it.
Yeah.
Live it. You understand? You see police involved in the crime, you deal with them.
no, that's our next thing. Let me
Batch.
Let me raise that one time.
You batch.
Some of them ain't gonna like me, but me and kids.
Yeah,
They didn't
batch.
like me from a long time, but I
They're covering for you. Don't cover for batch. Bring it out.
No, hear the thing. Part of the problem, blacks talked about it earlier, not blacks, Willie, I wanted to come with it, bring it back. Part of the problem, in my opinion, is this thing called fraternity. Come back to the term you used, the
Which
expectation.
is also a gang, eh? Which is like a gang.
Thank you very much.
Right.
But come back to the point you make about expectation. You are expected to do.
Right.
So that the idea is, because you say something about when police do something, all police bad, and in the public eye and that kind of thing. Here's the problem. As far as the general public is concerned, police. They don't say some police. They say police. So they label all as rotten eggs. The police corrupted. Police this, police that, all. Good? On the flip side, from the police perspective, again, not saying all, but the general thing is every citizen is a possible suspect.
Right.
So they tend to treat people not as a possible, but as a suspect, because what plays in their mind is suspect. So everybody, they're watching everybody funny, and the slightest little thing.
Suspect. Yeah, as I said,
Suspect.
You're watching them suspect.
You understand? So that little thing playing on both sides. So take that same scenario we talk about. Is see just happen? Right. So the expectation is you go out there with a squad. The expectation is, regardless of what happened, nobody sells out. Everybody back each other.
Right. Cover.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, take that.
Willie.
Nice. Eric,
Uh-huh.
I like where you're going there because I myself have a problem. Hear my thing.
Yeah.
When police are found in nefarious activities and all kind of thing,
Yeah.
they are sent on suspension, right?
Yeah.
But how you gonna send somebody on suspension with pay?
Well, I come into all of that.
That is not suspension, that is
A
vacation.
vacation.
Thank you.
Correct.
So, which means that there is no consequences. When I ask that, they say they have to send them with pay if they lost the case. I say, here, what's happening? we could fix that, you know.
Yeah.
If that is the case, I put the better we owe you.
Yeah.
Correct.
You understand? Because we could put that in our account.
Yeah.
If we put the money in the government in our government account, that if at the end you win your case, your money there.
Thank you.
If we win the case, because when we pay you all this money,
Yeah.
if you lost the case, how we getting back the money?
It ain't coming back.
So this is my point. This is my point.
Yeah.
So I have a serious problem with all these officers who on suspension with pay, right?
Yeah. And you see, that's what we're saying. The system breeds this nonsense. And I don't care. They ain't gonna like me, you know. I have some colleagues, former colleagues looking at it, and I know some of them. But I don't care. I don't care. I just say it straight. Even while I was there, I used to say it straight. I'm not supporting that crap. I find it very easy to deal with. You have the system is, well, and I'm saying, here's what I seen could work. You put a time frame that if a officer, whether police, army, coast guard, any of those protective services thing, they get caught in something, they're suspected, whatever, you're suspended without pay for a period of time, in which case, and it had to be reasonable, that they deal with the matter in this time frame. If it go beyond and they don't deal with it, then they could start, okay, well, then we'll compensate you. But the idea is you force them to make sure and conclude this matter in a reasonable time. As you say, if you win your case, your money they're waiting.
No. What that does, it will force you now to know, hey, if I get catch.
Thank you very much. Exactly.
I ain't no money to get for a year, 2 years.
Exactly.
So they know that there's the consequences. But when you send me home on suspension, for how much months a year, and when the month suspension, they're going and work somewhere else, you know?
Of course.
But what about the situation with the families as well, Willie? What about, doesn't that affect, and I think that's the reason why they will give them the pay, because it affects the families.
What do you mean it affect your family? What, but as you ain't getting paid? So you didn't study that before?
When it's in here.
You remember,
Wait,
really?
Man, so you going to do something and you have a family. You are studying that you have a family and the consequences of your action?
Yeah, walk the street.
You remember the video I ran a few weeks ago with, oh gosh, this counsel, oh good boy, white man, defense lawyer.
Yeah.
And he talked about this fella that he had to go in for his last visit.
Dolce.
No, not Dolce, somebody else. And he was about to get Cato 9.
Right. And he say, right.
And the fella said, oh God, but I can't take that.
I can take it 10 years.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yes.
And he said, and he went on this, and
and he said, are there anybody that tell me?
Oh, you know, that was this lawyer fella. Oh gosh, what's the man name again, boy? Dilemma.
Vernon Dilemma. Right.
Vernon Dilemma. That's when he
Yeah.
said that. When he talked that.
And the thing is, he talked, the fella went on to talk about something about his family and thing. And Vernon says, so you didn't consider that when you was doing the crime?
But this is my point.
You always consider the family after the fact.
Always after. Two things that are studied after they commit the crime. That time, the family, and they know God then.
Yeah. So you didn't have no family when he was committing the crime?
So, this is the thing that I am saying. There must be consequences, and if there are no consequences for your actions, and then and only then, because they'll be laughing at them, hey, boy, I get my money when the money come, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
And I don't understand that, and it's my taxpayers' dollars that have to be paying you while you home for a whole, sometimes, I know some of them on suspension over 2 years.
More than that.
And they're looking fat. They're looking, yeah?
More than that.
You're making.
They're looking fat.
Yeah.
They're
They
looking
gain
real
weight.
big. So, look on
nice. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man, thanks.
So here you go do. You want to take a break?
You understand? Yeah, boy, let's take a
Talking
break.
fast stretch.
Good.
Yeah, you see, you talking
bro.
fast. Take a small break. Play some,
All right, people, so it's your boy Stefan here from Breaking Dawn Synergy TV, and I'm here to let you know that we have a drive up and drop off for items that we can send to St. Vincent and the Grenadines for relief. For those of you who have been following this over the last few days or the last few weeks, the volcano in SVG has erupted. It erupted at least 3 times yesterday. The entire island, or a large majority of the island, is covered in ash. Now, because of this, the water supply has been contaminated. And further to that, for those of you who are not accustomed to volcanic eruptions and you don't know what takes place, I've been told by a good friend from St. Vincent and the Grenadines that what we've seen so far is the volcano clearing its lungs. So that's why you're seeing all the ash shooting out. We haven't seen any lava yet, but according to a report this morning, and I'm going to read you the report, on Saturday the 10th of April, geologist Richard Robertson said overnight the tremors have generated energetic venting and continuous ash. Ash plume with a bigger pulse having an explosive component was also observed, and Vincentians could expect more ashfall today. The article went on to say that the current satellite image shows that the new dome, which was created from the effusive eruptions of 2020-2021, is almost gone. And Robertson said that so far, data shows that the 2021 eruption would more than likely be much bigger than the 1979 eruption. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines had an eruption in 1979, and this one that we are witnessing right now in this lifetime is expected to be bigger. So like I said, we are here from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We've partnered with an NGO. The NGO's name is There Not a Cause? It's spearheaded by Avenel Hector Joseph, and she's the type of person, don't be surprised if you see her on the ground in St. Vincent and the Grenadines very soon, probably going over with the last shipment of goods, because she's that type of person. She gets down on the ground and gets her hands dirty and gets the job done. So we've partnered with this NGO, Is There Not a Cause, and they are setting up out here at Synergy TV, which is a drop-off point for water, non-perishable items, baby supplies, torchlights, batteries, etc., etc. So we're asking you, we are appealing to you, the public, all the fans of Breaking Dawn, all the viewers of Synergy TV, to just come down this morning to 19 R. Peter Avenue in Woodbrook, drive up and drop off. It could be 1 case of water, 2 cases of water. Right now, if you go certain places, you can get 6 cases of water for $100. So we're not asking for much, but not just water. Like I said, there are other items that you could purchase as well to assist the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good people, trust me, I know them. I've been to a few Vinci Mass myself. They're wonderful people and they treat me like one of their own. So we need to get this done. And like I said, we've partnered with Is There Not a Cause on this mission to send relief for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So people, come down, drive up and drop off.
Hi, I am Avenel Hector Joseph, team leader of ITNAC, Is There Not a Cause, and I'm here on the port.
I tell people, no,
Hello.
no, a lot of people don't, yeah, they don't know. So when it, depending on how you turn your phone, yes, so some people actually turn it,
Oh, so you had a thing.
so you just flip, because you could only turn a certain way.
Yeah. And flip it the other way.
Yeah, but that's right. Yeah, but we just want to let people know that we have some drop-off points. Of course, you saw the flyer. For those of you who are looking, you saw the flyer, but we also want to let you know that Gael, the Caribbean, right here in St. Joseph, we are also a drop-off point.
And we started fall here.
Sorry, yeah. So you see all this thing here?
We bring us on the
As I say, this is just a little thing for now, but we have more coming. So, but this is to go towards the St. Vincent relief. going to ITNAC. So Gael is partnering with ITNAC.
Zolaika.
Is
For
there
your
not a
family.
cause? And we also have Kalicharans, which is on Myers Building. They are a drop-off point as well for food stuff for St. Vincent's and the Grenadines. So you're familiar with Gael, you know the space, you know people, the number is there, 225-9790. Try and link up. We right here.
And we have VS drop-off points.
Right here, yeah.
Just see some.
Right, just saw the flyer again. We'll run the flyer again before the night is out.
Right.
But we have various drop-off points.
And
Synergy is a drop-off point. Avanel and they, I always tell people. All right, thank you, Jillian. I always tell people, I remember that same Ivan scenario when Ivan mashed Grenada. The first set of people out of Trinidad into Grenada was ITNAC. Always
Same thing
remember
with
that.
Haiti.
Same thing.
Same thing with Haiti.
I mean, Avanel Deblestring burying Haiti.
She's
Yeah,
Haitian.
yeah.
She's Haitian
Haitian,
by
yeah.
adoption.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to say a big up to Avanel, Hector,
And
Joseph,
ITNAC.
and the ITNAC crew.
Yeah, the ITNAC family. I always enjoy doing stuff with them. We work well
Indeed.
together.
Indeed.
I have fun with them when it comes to the. You know,
Avi, I know, but Avi does amaze me.
Avi,
Boy.
yeah.
Avi know how to beg.
yeah, listen, you would know to
Avi
beg
know
alone.
that- What? Avi know
With
that?
a straight face.
Yeah, boy.
I actually said, go come and work for, go and do some stuff for Million Lamps now, please. Go and raise money for us.
I want to say this. I want to say this
Avi.
publicly. There are a lot of people who involved in things like these type of NGOs helping
Right,
people.
these
there.
foundations,
But
yeah.
when you see where they live,
Right.
you wonder sometimes. They put in their hand in the thing.
Yeah. Is it about you?
You
or is it
understand?
about that?
But when
walked
you
through-
see Avi
I went, trust
and
me,
her husband,
I went through. I was there.
you know
I was there.
that they're really sacrificing
Listen,
for the sake
let
of
me tell you
people.
something. Let me tell you something. This is why when I tell you, I didn't have real clothes.
Yeah.
You understand? In Avi's house, friends, and this is no idle talk.
Yeah.
There are rooms named certain islands. So wherever disaster happen, and wherever the case may be, that room is named after that island. And stuff is stored there. No doubt there's a St. Vincent and the Grenadines room
Yeah.
or St. Lucia right now by Avi. That when something happens, she go in right in that room and it is stocked.
Yeah.
They have no posh living, nothing like that. This house is the house for giving.
Yeah.
We hoard to give. And that is ITNAC fair.
Yeah, boy.
We storing it up to give it all out. And that is Avenel Hector Joseph fair.
Avi different, boy.
That
Avi
is
different.
ITNAC fair.
And
So
she rub off.
she is the real deal Holyfield.
real deal.
When it comes to people giving, I dare anybody to give more than Avi. I dare you. I dare you to try. You can try, but you ain't ready. You ain't ready because it's years.
Yeah.
So when they say thing happening, something happen, I'll be by the port. Where she is now?
By the port.
By the port.
Yeah, she was supposed to come here tonight.
She was supposed to be
You have a
here,
video
and
with
this
it.
one,
Run it,
and
Jenny.
Avi
Run it.
by the port.
You have look at Avi by the port. This is. Yeah, so they had videos of them packing truck and inviting the people to come and support and that kind of stuff. Skinny Fabulous sent a video, another video, a song bite, a voicemail actually, because I heard something that they also wanted like phone chargers and stuff.
Right. I hear this phone charger talk.
Yeah, so Ian contacted him. He said, yeah, boy, it's not a top priority, but obviously it would be a serious need because when people hustle out, they just grab their phone and run. Nobody else studied look for charger and cable and stuff. So now it's a set of dead phone. The whole communication thing in a mess. People can't get in touch with family and things. So
Right. I didn't, that's an online thing about.
yeah, simple
Because
things like that.
I've seen it and I saw the little video with somebody walking around like, in a situation like that, what do you leave behind?
Yeah.
Where do you put your stuff? Just in case, how do you stock up and store and put, like, because like I say, some of this stuff, 3 stories up.
tell
Do I
you.
now move my stuff 3 stories up
Yeah.
just in case and then move on? You understand what I'm saying? You leave everything behind. That is a frightening space. It's frightening and we have to understand the gravity of the situation. That is why it's called a disaster.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's something that will change your mind, your life, possibly forever. Because it is, think about you spending 40 years of your life, 20 years of your full-grown life, accumulating all these things, partner. Build your home, stack your home, put stuff inside there, nice things inside there. And then in one swoop, you gotta
In
leave
quick time, but everything
you
just-
gotta leave it all behind. You understand? And then come back home to possibly more land on top of your land.
I tell you, this man say, I ain't going nowhere. I passed through this something like this, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I taking my chance.
It's a terrible space.
Yeah,
But again, so that's why, again, our hearts and prayers really go out to the folks out there in St. Vincent. And even right now in St. Lucia, as you say, it's good to put some, as your neighbor house on fire, wet yours. Wet yours with some
I
prayers
saw
right
a video
now.
from Barbados. The woman say, whole day is like if it's night.
Yeah,
because ash just cover the place.
Can I send me something from Barbados? She said,
Jeez, yeah,
I want to believe. She said the place dark.
Dark like if it's night. But
Yeah, she said it's dark. She said, look, it's 12:30 in the day, and she said, this is the how it looks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. She understands. So but to our friends in Barbados as well, we want to thank you for being a brother's keeper. You understand, and extending that right hand of fellowship, in a sense, where you could actually extend that hand to help your neighbor, and we no doubt, blessings are yours going forward as a country, as a nation, as a people. I see a man sent a video. He's from St. Lucia.
yeah.
You see, I would lend up my arms and bring in 2 persons. But my house could only take 2 St. Vincent women. He said, no, my house could only hold 2
it only
two
designed
women.
for-
It's designed for women. So I'm willing to help. My house open, but only women allowed. I can't take everything. And I say, you know what? I ain't get it wrong, Pop. I ain't get it wrong. I can't, you understand? And this Me Too movement, but women want to have, I think it's fair. He should want to help who he want to help. You understand? Let the man do what he gotta do. But I sit down and I think, when you think about it more and more, it's like, what do you pack in an emergency like that? You understand? And then too, what about my cousin on the other side of the land or the island? What about my family in the corner? So
The interesting thing is, it's not like the volcano erupt now and they tell the next 10 minutes only we had to leave.
no.
There was a lead up.
Yeah.
But it tells us
Because
again.
they had a watch. There's a watch.
Yes,
There's
a watch.
the activity as it developed.
You understand? At least, okay, let's.
We're
at
in
least
yellow.
let me
We're in
start.
yellow. We're in orange.
Yeah.
We're in red.
Put a little thing together just in case and just have it. But that's unfortunately, most people don't think like that.
Well, I ask.
We just wait until the last moment. They
So
say,
I ask the average home.
yeah.
Not sure out there. Do we even have a fire drill at home?
Yeah.
Do you even practice fire drills where, should in case a fire break out in the middle of the night, from the youngest to the eldest,
Yeah.
do we know what to do? Could we actually say we know exactly which door we're going to? What's the easiest exit point?
Yeah.
Because these are things you're going to find out that in the midst of a disaster, you need to be aware.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Making sure everybody knows where certain keys
Exactly.
and other things are.
You understand?
And not just
If
there.
your house is upstairs and downstairs,
Yeah.
what is the escape point if you're upstairs? What is the route you take? You understand? Same thing for downstairs. Where
I
do you
heard of
go?
cases where people got burnt in their own house because the burglar proof was locked and they didn't even know where to find
Where to find the key. And when you're under, and again, when you're under trauma now, your head, you're not able to think straight. Some people can't keep calm under pressure, under trauma. Some people don't know and they panic, so they just don't know. You understand? For me personally, any situation come, first thing I try to do is have self-control.
Yeah.
I learn keep calm. I remember I get a gash in my hand, and when I see the cut, if any of the average person, oh my God! I see the cut, I take something and I wrap. I close my eyes one time and wrap it tight, and hold my hand. Just close my hand.
Yeah.
You understand? And I just keep calm. I go in to the hospital. You would not believe I have a gash that had to get stitched. It was deep.
Jeez.
I had a gash. You understand? The amount of times I go to the hospital with my children, and the doctor had to deal with them, and you're seeing them thing, and I had to keep calm and try to get them to keep calm.
You see that when you described it, the first time I saw something like that was my father. We grew up Waterfield, so we had dashing, and we had the bad habit of using our cutlass to dig.
Right.
So he holding it and his hand
Zap.
one, and then cutlass was sharp. Country.
Yeah. One touch.
He ended up with stitches, and these 3 fingers remained like that permanent because it was so deep. It cut all them ligaments, all them things.
Wow.
So the fingers couldn't open more than this. He could close it, but at the most he could have opened. One big cut. Jesus. The first time, a little boy, first time I saw those kind of things. Never left me.
I wrap. You had to wrap it, and you had to know how to be calm, so that even if you get too anxious and it could actually create more problems.
Yeah, the adrenaline.
Blood started pump even more. Yeah. And people don't understand. Sometimes you didn't die from the wounded. You die from what do you call it? Cardiac arrest. You understand? Because of that, or you die from another complication because your adrenaline pumping, you're losing blood.
Your blood ain't clotting, so it's just flowing. Yeah.
So you have to know how to deal with these things. A doctor once told me, he said, you are one of 2 parents that handle children perfectly when they come inside here. He said, I always admire how you deal with your children when they come to visit. And they have to get shots or whatever the case may be. And the doctor always mark me, he said, I always talk about you. They say you're very calm, you know, they calm them down, turn their head, calm them down, they're crying, but you say, well, top parents, oh God, where you getting thing? And because you say that sometimes they carry on with the child.
Yeah, that make it worse.
So you have to know how to calm yourself down. So in a disaster preparedness mode, how do you now prepare to face a disaster in our homes? A break-in, a fire, earthquake. Do we have drills for these things? Do we know what to do? And simply put, like we said, there's an expectation they put in the children as to what to do. And if you practice it, like one night you just make us that noise. And get them there and say, drill, fire, fire. You understand? And see what they do. Just, again, because you just don't know. You understand? And then too, when they go in different places, they know how to maneuver, stay calm, stay low, do this, you understand? And it might just save their lives. You understand?
I remember my partner telling me that he have a little suitcase packed that at a moment's notice,
he gets grabbed.
He got a call, he had to go to Bago, he had to travel. He have certain basic things packed and ready. Your toothpaste, your toothbrush, your thing, a sheet, a towel, certain change of clothes, shoes, that ready to go.
I have friends. I
How much I was do that for like an emergency scenario?
I have friends. I would just call and go and I go wherever they have. Just panty and like. If it's panty and like wearing your panty. I just say.
I want to see that picture.
I ain't want to. Neighbor, I have nothing. Give me something to wear, please. Give me something after the cold. Give me something. I'm wearing that.
Some silk.
And when that, Eric.
Yeah,
no, but we have to be our neighbor's keeper, our brother's keeper. And we encouraging people to come out and donate 1 bottle of water. The need right now is a lot of water. And because for the shelters they go into, they will need to have access to water to bathe, they need water to drink. Some of them might be in a little pot, whatever the case may be. But we want to support and show our love to our friends and sisters.
I see one of our ferries land St. Vincent today with carrying a shipment of Guardians Passage.
All right.
A contingent of Army, Coast Guard personnel and so on.
Going inside there.
Going inside there. So they land, the Prime Minister George Gonzalez and his crew met them at the port, and the commanding officer came out, they shook hands, whatever, she saluted, all of that.
Fantastic
so
stuff.
Yeah.
You have no footage of that? You'd like to see some of that, but
I got it late. I didn't want to.
But it's good to see, and right? And this is relief supplies drop-off locations.
Yep.
What I'm seeing here.
Fred's Marketing, Railway Road, opposite, what's that, Tunapuna?
I think Global Revival Center.
Correct. That's corner of Eastern Main Road and Bypass Road, Arima.
Boss Electronics.
Yep.
Macron Construction.
Upstairs, Pharmacy Express, Monroe Road.
Macron.
Kunupia, yes, Boss Electronics. Hey, that's what some people I know, man.
Naparima Bowl. You can leave stuff at Naparima Bowl down this stuff.
Naparima Bowl, correct.
Right? I think Compassion Outreach Ministries, but
correct.
That's the
upstairs,
purple building.
Hall, what's that?
Union Hall.
Oh, Union Hall, sorry.
Yeah, upstairs, Union Hall.
Union Hall.
Zamcott building.
Correct.
Who's that?
Marcon Construction. Yeah.
Marcon,
32A Saddle Road, Maraval. We have
Synergy
TV. Of course, Synergy TV is an RPT and RV. Of course, we have ITNAC, 47 Bombay Street.
Jesus makes the difference. GMTD.
Supermarket is a supermarket.
That's in Tobago, I'm sure.
Yeah, Government House Road, Scarborough.
Yeah, that's Tobago. No, Jesus makes the difference.
Faith Fight. Kingdom Avenue Bypass Road, Arima. 76 Kingdom Avenue Bypass Road, Arima.
Living Legacy Pharmacy. Yeah.
That's also in Arima.
Right here at Gael as well, we have there's a drop-off point here.
Yep.
So you can respond in any of these areas if you wish for the folks.
Yes, I have the Kalicherans, Myers Building in Point. That's a drop-off point. But let me just stress, what they're looking for, the normal thing, non-perishable items, medical supplies, things for children, feminine hygiene products, of course. We can't escape that. That's just realities of life. Clothes.
Charging ports.
Chargers for phones. Because there's a set of dead phones all over the country now.
Chargers.
People just hustle out.
And lots of water.
Water to drink, water to bathe, water to clean. So it doesn't only have to be, your case of your blue waters or whatever. If you have containers that you could fill with nice, clean pipe water, I'm sure they will accept that because people still need, or use a bottle of blue waters to bathe. I don't think that will make sense. But if you could send, jugs and some of these big containers with regular water, I think they'll accept that too because people also need those waters to clean and that kind of stuff. Right? Toiletries, sanitary, sanitation stuff, and things to clean, disinfectant. Just sending.
Don't go and send old clothes.
Well, of course, no.
Don't go clothes
here make sure
5-10 years ago you want to send it for people. That's not there. Look, folks, come on.
Make sure it's something that people can actually use. It must make sense.
Now you just go and take the thing in the drum.
You no longer say I want to get rid of it.
Mold and mildew and all kind of things. People and them on the clothes in a bag.
You're not wearing it for yourself. You want to give somebody else.
I don't send no big jacket. don't send your preacher's jacket and them kind of thing because they can't wear. We go and wear that. We go and do. We want to do that. You understand?
So sending.
What you would like for yourself, send for them. That is the best way to deal with it. If you think you could wear that today, then send it if you could. But If you can't and it's too old, go and buy a bottle of water. Go and buy something that they could use, you understand? And they could say, thank you, Trinidad, for this. And you could close your eyes and sleep at the night and smile that you do something positive, right?
Yeah.
Please, you understand? That's what we're asking. And remember again, right here at Gael is a drop-off point. The senior number on the screen. You could call and say whatever they come in, what you bring in. And right here, I see you could also, if you could sponsor one of them big tanks, because I see she has 4 large water tanks that she was actually sending across there as well.
Yeah.
As
I said, they need water, just general. They need water. So if you send tanks.
So
if you have a couple barrels, like those plastic barrels.
The nice thing about this, the more you have, the less of a catastrophe it would be, because you don't want a scarcity of water in a situation like that. Where you have people fighting and wrangling and things and getting on for, a simple thing like water. Yeah. So until the land, and this is not just necessarily for now, it's until they really recover.
That
you understand? Because they had to clean up. So let's just say they don't get a volcanic eruption where things get caliwampus across there. They still have ashes to clean up, days of cleaning up and stuff, weeks possibly of cleaning up after the everything, and then you still have weeks of monitoring and watching to see if anything would happen again. So it's really not a one and done thing. It's really
a long haul. It's a long haul.
Yeah.
It's a long
you understand? So, and it's really unfortunate that this will happen in the middle of a pandemic. It's almost as if you're saying when it thinks it's bad, it just gets worse for you just so. How? You understand? This is a real disheartening thing to have to face in the middle of a pandemic. So that's why we really can't take this lightly. We need to extend that love, show that love, and show the kind of quality that we as Caribbean people, as according to that man. And what we can find a song by The Caribbean Man by Stalin. Jillian.
I know seen a comment from somebody on YouTube.
What is it?
Zola P. She said she disagreed. We're just talking about the people going on suspension. She said they have to get paid. Whether it's half of the salary, they have to get paid. The benefit, however, is cut off. Well, we could agree.
Benefits?
Yeah, we could agree to disagree on that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Right. But our next long story by itself, we could get back to our next day.
I'll go and send you something to play.
But I want to say thanks to the people for joining and the support, the comments.
Yeah.
And we will always have agreements or disagreements. That's what the whole thing is about. It's about bringing your point of views, and let's see if we could make some sense of the whole thing. But yeah, and all comments noted and valued. Caribbean Man, Stalin.
I said not fair, Jillian. I said not fair.
He's selling a link for you there.
And the best way to probably, as we
yeah. Caribbean.
Yeah. So as we will take it out with that just now. So as we look to land this plane on this issue here tonight with La Soufri, we want to say thanks again to all our viewers and the friends who just jumping in. We doesn't pay homage to this person, and she here almost week in, week out. Joella. You don't big up Joella, boy.
Who's that lady, boy?
Don't big shep at all.
No, I'm just asking, who's that lady?
Eric wife, boy. That lady always, I know she is. Yeah, Auntie Beatrice?
Peaches.
Auntie Peaches, oh yes, call it. She blushed at this. The lady mask went up so high in the face. Way! That lady blushed and she mask just lift up over the
camera, turn her camera so
way! She said Peaches and she gone and all there. Gone and all.
Yeah, so I want to say thanks
to Peaches of being a
full support.
Yeah,
being
here.
Sometimes I forget things. Say, babe, don't forget. Babe, I'll get this for the tub. And
sometimes she bring a thing for the tub in instead. I'll be back. Shall we belly? I should say, shall we belly? You understand? Thanks, Auntie Peaches.
So in the corner watching comments and all that kind of
thing.
Making notes.
And staring the thing a little bit. All the 20 seconds to go again. All the 20 seconds. You understand? I mean, Jillian tell me, say, 20 seconds there, and then she tell us yes, so, you know, she bouncing it back. You understand? Keeping me on our toes. So thanks again, Peaches. Right?
Yeah.
And we want to play the song in honor and of our people across there in St. Vincent. And as we take it out, we play the song, and when the song done, we go on and on. We ain't coming back.
The boy, Alistair Baker. Make sure you come in next week, brothers.
Next week.
Right?
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Not a third one.
Watch that.
Not a third one.
Big up.
You're looking for it. So we play this one for you all out there in St. Vincent. This one is called The Caribbean Man by the man himself, Stalin. We go on and all here. We go on. Volume.
You try with a federation, the whole thing end in confusion. CARICOM and then CARIFTA, but somehow a spelling disaster. Mr. West Indian politician, I mean you went to a big institution, and how come you can't unite 7 million? When a West Indian unity, I know it's very easy. If you only rap to your people and tell them like me, them is one race, the Caribbean man, from the same place, the Caribbean man, that make the same trip, the Caribbean man, on the same ship, the Caribbean man. So we must push one common intention, it's for a better life in the region, for we woman and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man. You say that the Federation was imported quite from England, and you're going and form a CARIFTA with a true West Indian flavor. But since CARIFTA started running, morning, noon and night all are hearing, it's just money speech them Prime Minister giving. But I say no set of money could form a unity. First of all your people need their identity like one race, from the same place, that make the same trip, on the same ship. So we must push one common intention, it's for a better life in the region, for we woman and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man. CARICOM is wasting time, the whole Caribbean gone blind. If we don't know from where we come in, then we can't plan where we go in. That's why some want to be communists, brother, some want to be socialists, and one set a religion to add to the foolishness. Look, a man who don't know his history can't form no unity. How could a man who don't know his roots form his own ideology like one race, from the same place, that make the same trip, on the same ship? So we must push one common intention, it's for a better life in the region, for we woman and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man.
I get your message. I say right. When you tell her talk about whole we
bread. Don't let nobody fool you. Know. They target these girls.
I am clean, boss.
Hero to understand each other.
You want to see if I'm happy or
No, what? Right, what I say? So when
Guys, Who tell you that? Oh, you go sit down there and think about nothing.